I'm Joe Clay, and my music career, I'm 76 years old. I started when I was 12, and I'm still rocking today. I've never stopped.
You gotta jump like a jumper, move like a cow, pop like a pumpkin, but don't do that, don't mess with my ducktail. Don't mess with my ducktail. If you mess with my ducktail, I'll get so mad you.
I started playing drums. Like around the house, I beat on everything. Even in school, I was playing with the pencils on the desk. I'd get punished every single day on account of that. And the teacher used to hit my hand and everything, but I couldn't stop, man. I just kept fooling around with them pencils. And then Mom and Dad they used to go every Sunday afternoon to a club, a hillbilly club. And he told me he was going to take me one Sunday, and he did. And when we got there, he asked the guy on that has the band, which was Sonny Burns and the Trailsmen. He says, "Can my son play drums on one song?" And Sonny said, "Can he play?" He said, "Yeah, he can play." And I got on there and played, I played almost 30 minutes, and I was just freaking them out because they couldn't believe a young little dude like that could play drums and keep the beat. And then after that, a few months later, a hillbilly band called me, wanted to know if I could play drums a couple of nights a week with them, and I said sure. But the only stipulation, my mom and dad had to come with me. I couldn't, go by myself. I didn't play no rock and roll until I started hearing Fats Domino. And I says, man, I like that. At that time, the hillbilly was strictly like ballads, it wasn't nothing really move. And I came home and practiced on my drums, and I listened to Fats Domino, and I started a shuffle beat. It just came to me, and I said, wait, that feels good. So I said, I'm going to try that with the band. And I tried that, and just everybody would just jump on the floor and start going crazy.
Hunting rabbit is mighty fun. I'm gonna get you with my big shotgun. If you don't love me, baby, you got no sense. Lord, it's fun, don't jump that fence. Don't mess with my ducktail. Don't mess with my ducktail. If you mess with my ducktail, I'll get so mad you.
When I recorded Ducktails, that's when the guys, that was like 1955, 56. That's when all the guys were wearing the Ducktails. I recorded that in Houston. I was 18 years old. And then I came back home. And after that, they called me from New York, the producer, to bring me to New York to perform 4 more songs.
That was historic because it was a mixed race band at a time when that wasn't typically done.
That's right. It was great. It was so electric when we done that session that people that was recording further down from us, they all came running. And the studio, it's the big glass you can see inside. And everybody just come down running and just jumping up and down because the energy was just so strong, man. I'll never forget that. That was Crackerjack, Get on the Right Track, and You Look That Good to Me. That was some strong rockabilly, really raw. That's what we call it, raw.
What was it like to be on the Ed Sullivan Show?
Well, he was terrible because he didn't like the rockabilly. Because when we do a dress rehearsal before the show, and when I done Ducktails, I came out rocking and bopping. I mean, really jumping and shaking my butt good. And he stopped it. He said, "Hold it. I don't want that on my show." So what you mean? I said, "No, I don't want that kind of stuff on my show." Now, I'll rehearse all week. Every day we rehearse an hour or 2 a day so you can have just perfect. That's how TV is at the end. So anyway, I says, "Man, I've been doing this all week. What's the problem?" He says, "I don't want that kind of stuff on my show." So the producer was there. So he came on stage. He said, "Joe, what are we? You know what you're gonna do?" I said, "Well, if I can't do that, I won't do nothing." So Sullivan got cute and says, "Well, what else can you do besides that?" And then I got cute. I says, "I can do anything you want. What do you want me to sing? I can do it." He said, "Well, do some kind of ballad. But I don't want that stuff on my show." So the first thing came to my mind was Only You by the Platters. And I sang a little bit on the guitar with him, and he said, "That's what I want." So after that, I talked to my producer. I says, "I don't really feel good about this." He said, "Joe, you're here. You're going to get paid. And we're going to try to boost your name out there. Try to start something up. While you're here, do it." So I did. That's how that happened. But ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna take my arm, wrap around your frame, kiss your lips and change your name. Oh baby, yes baby. Oh baby, you look that good to me.
Part of your legend is that you were forgotten for a while and ended up driving a bus and living an anonymous life. What happened? How did you go from rockabilly to bus driver?
Well, the job came open, and after the rockabilly, I just stopped Joe Clay, and I got me a little trio, and we started doing top 40 in hotels. I was playing hotels, and then I was doing conventions with bands. And then I just stopped Joe Clay. I just figured that time is gone. It's over. I had a shot. I had a hell of a shot, and it just didn't work out like I wish it would have, but I just kept playing. 1986, that's when I was rediscovered. Renee Coleman, he played bass with a band, and they went overseas. And he came back. I played music with his dad a lot. And he came back and told his dad, he says, "Dad, did C.J. Cheramie, wasn't he Joe Clay?" And his dad said, "Yeah, yesteryear." He says, "Man, he's hot overseas. They're looking for him. I think he's got a #1 song over there."
I'm gonna jump so high when you say I do. Take 5 years getting back to you, oh baby. Yes, baby. Oh, baby. Look that good to me.
I went overseas, scared. Never flew in a plane in my life.
Really?
Yeah. So, in fact, the second time, because I flew to New York. Oh my God, when I got there, they told me all about what's been happening, and I just couldn't believe it. And then when they drove me to the concert in the parking lot, I seen all these 50s cars, and I seen all these guys and girls around the cars dressed like the 50s. And I'm thinking, oh my God. Just for a few moments, I went back into time. I says, is this real? Am I dreaming? What's going on here, man?
I got 16 chicks sitting on a tree. One turned round, took a look at me. Hey, little chick, tell me what's so fine. Got me walking and talking and laughing, people crying.